Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? You know, this is Russell here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that all you lot don't say. That's why you've not got an account set up like me. You just sit behind your keyboards letting it happen 99% of you. The 1% of you that are watching my channel, they understand what's going on in boxing, don't they? But the rest of you, they'll keep complaining to me, why don't you do something about it? Come on a Zoom if you feel that strongly for it. Don't be getting in touch with me, arranging Zooms and then cocking off because you will not get a second chance. All right? Okie dokie. That was for you, Cliff. All right. Can't be messing me about, kid. All right. One chance and gone. Right. So, what's been going on in the sport of boxing? Well, Katie Taylor vacates her WBC belt. And Caroline Dubois, she's just been given an email. She's now a world champion via email. Just like her brother picked up the WBA and the IBF via email. Is that where boxing's heading now? People don't want to fight hard fights and they're just letting them people be upgraded to world champion. Oh, well, that's what happened to Caroline Dubois' big stiff brother, isn't it? Triple knee. Well, that's the bottom line, isn't it? That's the bottom line. We've got a quitter being given world titles via email, but yet he's down as a quitter in his career twice. You couldn't make it up. We let anybody into this sport, don't we? Even cowards. What do I think to Vladimir coming back? Well, he's 49 in March, and he ain't going to fight before March, so he's going to be coming back in his 50th year, Vladimir Klitschko. They've already asked Tyson Fury, would you fight Vladimir again? And he said, show me the money and I'll bash him up for the money. That's where we're at, boys and girls. That is where we're at. Vladimir, 49 in March, coming back in his 50th year, wanting the Fury rematch. You could not make this up. Oh, keep hearing Scam Jones going on about Catrell Barboza. It's close, it's close, it's close. Listen, if it's close, isn't it? You don't need to keep telling us it's close every 3 or 4 days, Sam. You're piping up telling us that it's close. Stop talking a load of shit. Get it over the line. Shit talkers. Off with their heads. Eddie saying Big Meech wants revenge on Dubois. Well, why didn't he rematch him straight away then? Why have you got him parked up waiting to see what Fury's doing and Usyk and what everybody else is doing and what offers are coming? When you get backed into a corner, Eddie, you always park your fighters up and hope for the landscape to change. If Anthony Joshua, a.k.a. Big Meech, if he wants revenge that much on Daniel Dubois, he'll go after him next, won't he? If he don't want revenge on him, he'll not want to go near him again, will he? You see where I'm coming from? It's craziness. People start coming out with all knackers and start trying to reinvent the wheel. Paul Smigger Smig, aka Smigger's Titties, is still going on about being a union man. I am a union man. I am a union man. Old Selwyn Froggatt of the Yard, is it all Wolfie Smith or is it Citizen Kane? Whatever it is. Why is Paul Smith running around trying to be Arthur Scargill of the Yard, of the Pit Yard, eh? Oh, Paul Smith. Oh, my God, eh, Union man. Just because Bricktop shafted you, Smigger, it don't mean to say that you know a lot about boxing and what should be done. And every time we hear you going on about contracts this and contracts that, it's a pity you didn't look at your own contract when you were with Bricktop, innit? Hey, who's going to trust you to read their contract? You've already been seen off in court by old Dinted. So Paul Smigger Smith, pipe down, man. Man messing about with these misfits and all that. Do me a favour. Real boxing we want to talk about Smigger Smig, not your brass eyes. Joe Joyce says he's not done yet in his 40th year. Joe, I've got news for you, Joe. You're done. You're well goosed. You're cooked, mate. You've had it. Shot to bits after 103 rounds in your 40th year. You stayed at the EIS too long milking the milk and honey. Like it's Big Freeze. You've outstayed your welcome at the EIS, hanging about like a bad smell for all that free gratis. And now you come in pro ranks, you come up short because old age has caught up on you. That's what happens. Well, look at Big Freeze, Olympic bronze medalist, getting put on button moon by ex-white collar. That's where we're at in the sport of boxing at the moment. That is where we're at. I'm being serious, aren't I now? I don't beat about the bush here. Right, listen to me. Right, we're being very, 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 very serious here, let me tell you. Very serious. Fraser Clark, aka It's Big Freeze, the giant ice pop. He stayed at the EAS too long. He probably knows that now. What is he, 33 this summer? You know what I mean? In another few weeks, he'll be able to say, I'm 34 next year. You know, they were putting Derek Chisora on scrap heap at 34, weren't they? It's Big Freeze is only just starting out his journey, and he's 34 next year. We'll be able to say that in Jan. You know, man. Manny Pacquiao against Barrios, or is it Conor Benn versus Barrios? Why is Manny Pacquiao even in mixed to being mixed to fight Barrios? What is going on here? People keep saying Bakole versus a Jaguar is done for an IBF eliminator. Well, if it's done, isn't it? If it's done, if it ain't done, it ain't done, is it? But like I said, why do people keep running around saying it's done? Is Martin Bakole a good fighter? You bet your bottom dollar he is. Does he sell loads of tickets, Martin? Martin said Bakole. Did I say Martin of Fire? Martin Bakole. Does Martin Bakole sell loads of tickets? No. Is he engaging? No. He's as stiff as a big stiff board. He's like carrying a big empty coffin around with him, isn't he? If he walked into a pub, you'd say, why is Dorman stood in the middle of the pub? Why is he not stood at the door in the cold? That's what you say if Bakole were let loose in a pub, wouldn't you? Say, why is he not at the door, him? Why is he walking about middle of this pub blocking all disco lighting? Well, that's what you'd want to know, wouldn't you? A big stiff like that, shuffling about in a kilt, but yet he's from Nigeria. I don't get that. The man's obviously a raving lunatic, innit? Like his trainer, who I like, but his trainer, all he does is go into bat for him. Show me a good win apart from that one he's had recently. Do you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Do I like Martin Bakole? Yeah, I don't mind Martin Bakole. He's all right. He done that yoker, didn't he? I don't mind him. I don't mind Martin Bakole at all. But I think he's not going to be any good like Caballel. He's not very good for these promoters. These big promoters, they need engaging characters like Fury or commercially driven people like Anthony Joshua. They don't need Caballel, a German, who can't put four sentences together. He can't put four sentences together without us saying, can't he speak English? Same with Bakole. Big stiff walking around with a Scotch kilt on, but he's a black fella from Nigeria. It's not going to cut it, is it, with boxing fans, is it? I know that sounds harsh, and I'm a pretty harsh person. I'm very harsh on myself. I'm very, very harsh indeed. But I just think that Martin Bakole, he ain't going to cut the mustard because he's not commercially any good. But what can you do? Obviously, the geezer can fight. He's already done an Olympic goal, hasn't he? But I don't know. I'm not so sure if people are getting carried away with this Martin Bakole thing. I mean, he got done by Hunter, didn't he? Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Hunter done him, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? So, this is what it is, isn't it? But he beat that. What did Jared Anderson he beat? Bakole. He done him, didn't he? And there were big noises planned for him, weren't there? So we're going to see, aren't we? You know what I mean? We're going to see. But it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But Is Bakole going to win a world title? Probably not. I don't even think he'll get a chance. I think he'll stumble at last hurdle because they just keep putting stuff in front of him, won't they? I mean, they keep putting people in front of him like Takam. Chisora done Takam, didn't he? He's done Yoke gold medalist. You know, he's just done Anderson, and there's nothing forthcoming for him. And they keep going on about this IBF eliminator. No on Boxrec for him. Bakole may be number 6 in the world on Boxrec, but to man in the street, if he walked down the street and come up to you, you'd think he were fucking offering to sell you some crack, wouldn't you? So he want him. He's trying to rob me or sell me some crack or something. Nobody would know him in the street, would they? That's how I look at it. Okie dokie. Well, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget our sister channel, Porky's International. Thanks for sharing videos as well on your WhatsApp, everybody. That means a lot. I'm noticing the percentages on the WhatsApp shares are going up. Thank you very much. And of course, for liking and subscribing. Booyaka!